It was a sunny day in the middle of December, and my buddy Mike and I decided to take the Harleys up Santiago Canyon. So we decided to head out to Santiago Canyon Rd. We rode north up La Plata to Antonio out of San Clemente, which is the greatest city in the world, by the way. Santiago Canyon is one of the most popular motorcyclist destinations for local residents in South Orange County. You got biker hotspots like Cook's Corner. You got one of the largest custom motorcycle shows in the world with Born Free next to Irvine Lake. And it's just a really fun road to ride. It's not too far away from where everybody lives, like Irvine and all the other suburbs of Irvine. And it's not a very long ride at all to get on your motorcycle and find yourself in the remote hills of Southern California. So to start off the day, I swung by Mike's house to pick him up, and of course he had a new toy that I had to play with. He had this little electric scooter that's used for golfing. It's an alternative to golf carts, I guess. I'm not much of a golfer myself. Wildfire Part 2 right here. So today I wanted to kind of switch it up and do something different. Typically if I go up Ortega Highway, we stop off at Hell's Kitchen, or if I go up Silverado Canyon, we'll stop off at Cook's Corner, and they're really popular places. But I looked at the map and I found a little restaurant called Silverado Cafe, so we thought we'd try that out and mix it up a little bit. And once you get past Ortega Highway, which is also another really popular road, you go up there and make a ride on Cow Camp, and you take that all the way out to the 241 toll road. I first met Mike 4 years ago when I walked into church one day and saw a guy with long hair and a smile on his face. He struck me as a guy who liked to have fun, and after one conversation with him, we were soon riding Ortega Highway together, and we've been friends ever since. The best way I can describe Mike is he's an adventure-seeking adrenaline junkie. You can throw him a boat, a board, a motorcycle, whatever toy it may be, and he knows exactly what to do with it. He currently owns and rides his 2014 Dyna Street Bob. Once you get to the end of Cow Camp, you make a left on Los Patrones. It's a brand new highway for the Rancho Mission Viejo residents that connects down south of the 241. It's a great open highway where you can air it out a little bit. We exited off the 241 toll road onto Antonio Parkway. After following that up for a couple miles, we made a right on Santa Margarita and then a left at the first light and caught Trabuco Canyon. Once you round the corner and hit Trabuco Canyon, it's almost like you get transported a million miles away from the city. And that's the beauty of this stretch of back road highway. You don't have to get very far out of town to feel like you're out in the countryside. Staying consistent with the Spanish terminology, Trabuco is another name for a strong Spanish cigar. One of the things that I love most about this back road is the canopy that's formed by all the large oak trees hanging overhead. If I'm ever out on my Harley on Santiago Canyon and I cross by Cook's Corner, it's pretty much sacrilegious for me to not stop by. So regardless of the day of the week or the time of the day, I'll stop off and check out the scene. Since it was about 10:30 on a Monday, there wasn't a whole lot going on, but I was curious too to check it out and see how they're doing with the whole social distancing thing right now. We didn't see a single other person or rider at Cook's Corner that day, which is fine because we were headed to Silverado Cafe anyways. We just had to stop and check it out though. After we left Cook's Corner, we continued to follow Santiago Canyon up until we hit Silverado Canyon, made a right there, and headed into the little town called Silverado and stopped off at Silverado Cafe. Back on December 3rd, there was a huge wildfire that came through Silverado Canyon. About 6,400 acres were burned and 25,000 residents had to evacuate. For those of you who aren't from Southern California and don't watch the news, this is kind of a common thing. But this is the first time I'd ridden through the canyon since the fires, and a lot of the hills were just completely scorched. So I thought I'd give you guys a real quick bike update. So I still have my 2018 Street Glide Special in the Bonneville Salt Denim. And oftentimes people ask me if I'm still happy with it or if I'm going to trade it in for something different. I get a lot of the Road Glide guys telling me I should go to a Road Glide. But I typically get a new bike when there's some major changes done to the touring chassis. I bought an 09 Road King when they went to a brand new frame. Then I went to a 14 Street Glide when they came out with the Rushmore project. And then a year after they came out with the Milwaukee 8, I got this bike. So here's some before and after shots, some of when I just barely bought the motorcycle, and now today what it looks like. I'm still running just the stock 107 cubic inch. One thing that I wish I have is the 6.5 GTS radio, so the brand new infotainment system. I'm still running the old one that came out in 2014. But after riding the Milwaukee 8 now for about 3 years, I absolutely love it. It really does strike the perfect balance between modernizing the big twin Harley-Davidson engine and still retaining that raw, classic look, sound, and feel of an air-cooled pushrod V-twin. If you take this road on the weekends, especially Saturday, chances are you'll see a lot of other motorcyclists out there. We had a beautiful sunny December day, but we weren't throwing out the biker wave to many other motorcyclists. Right before we hit the turnout to go to the Born Free show, we made a ride on Silverado Canyon Rd. By the way, if you guys haven't been to Born Free, you should definitely put it on the calendar for June 21. They had to cancel last year, which was kind of a huge disappointment. But if you're in Southern California, you should definitely plan on going. It's by far one of the best motorcycle shows you'll ever go to, an awesome outdoor venue. Many people refer to it as the Woodstock of Harley shows, and a lot of people travel from all over the country to go check it out as well. The other thing that I really found myself doing lately is looking for dirt roads. I got the Pan America on the brain now, and this canyon has a lot of fire roads and other access roads that I think would be perfect to explore on the Pan America. So be looking for that content in the next couple months. By the way guys, throw it up for Mike and hit that like button on the video if you think some of his shots are pretty dope. So often when I go out and ride, I'm usually filming everybody else and I rarely get shots of myself. And this is the first time I shot a video with him and he got some awesome shots with the GoPro. And let me know guys, what do you think? Should we bring Mike along for more videos in the future? I think I will, as long as he's cool with me shoving a camera in his face and spending a little extra time to get the right shot. That's always kind of the caveat with going on a ride with me. We have arrived at the Silverado Cafe. Kind of what I was hoping for. Small, rustic looking building. Something that looks like it came straight out of a Western film. Now we just had to test the food to see if it's going to be a place that we frequent. Stopping off here at the Silverado Cafe.
Y manzana. Dame naranja. Gracias.
The food was good. Mike got biscuits and gravy, and I got hash browns, eggs, and sausage. It reminded me of Grandma's old country cooking. So this place definitely checked off all the boxes. It'll be one of my local hangouts that I go to for a quick ride in the morning. After we left the Silverado Cafe, we were both kind of pressed for time, so we made it back to Santiago Canyon Rd, headed up to the 261 toll road, took that down to the 405 to the 5, and headed back into San Clemente via the freeway. Silverado Canyon will always be one of my top local rides that I can just get out and take a quick blast on the Harley. I think mostly because of the quick accessibility, how quickly you can get out of the big city in Southern California and find yourself in a rural area. Maybe it's the oak trees hanging overhead, maybe it's all the cool biker spots that you can hang out at. The only thing I know for sure is, it's best experienced on two wheels. Watch out for that sign! Good thing I'm wearing a helmet.